All right. Question from YouTube. Alvin Lee 9162. Is it worth going for Von Leon max damage cap temporarily as free to play? I don't have much mezzos for RA Souls. Yeah, all for it. My bishop's got Von Leon. Not even temporarily, to be honest. Like, I think people, and I did this too, right? There are levels to cap, right? Difference between 1.3 and 1.5 mil cap in the grand scheme of things, not that much, right? Even when you figure in ignoring enemy defense with the commander and game bosses, it's not a lot, right? So if you are trying to find the most efficient, way to use your mezzos, Von Leon's a great option, right? Especially when it's like half the price of other ones. You could wait until Golden Apple comes out, right? Those prices are definitely going to drop even more. But yeah, Von Leon's a great option. But I also wouldn't worry about if Hilla's right there, 1.5, go for it too, right? If those are much cheaper than even the RA ones, the 1.5 mil cap is 1.5, it's still the equal same amount of cap, and the summon souls isn't as impactful as it used to be. So Von Leon, great option, but don't sleep on any, even Hilla. Hilla's still good too. Next question. D, thank you, LOL. Hi, Uncle. Why is your mythic secondary BA emblem but not physical damage? I thought physical damage emblem was better. You're right. It is. I just decided, well, it's funny. I had crit damage first, and then this was before crit rate change. So BA was actually better at the time, BA was better at the time. So I re-rolled it, got BA, stuck with it. And then of course, right after that, crit damage became better. It went physical damage, crit damage, boss attack. That's the best in the order. Now, why I stuck out boss attack? Because it's just something I didn't think was worth investing in, for minimal gains. Like I could be like, it's all chance, right? There's no guarantee. Even getting the change in the first place costs money, and then of course mezzos, and then of course getting the right emblem. 2 out of how many? You could get magic or physical defense and HP or whatever it is. It's all random kind of stuff that I didn't want to gamble with. I didn't think it was worth it, and so I'm BA, fine by me. If I change it eventually, I do, but I doubt it. It's plenty good enough. I don't think there's other things I can spend my resources on to that are better bang for my buck. All right. Limben 9574. Huge fan of the informative series. Would there be a continuation of all the KOC videos? Looking forward to Wind Archer, Dawn Warrior, and Nightwalker. Yeah, I've been trying. It's scheduling is tough. I mentioned at the top of the podcast that I had something lined up and it just fell through. It's tough. Like my schedule is pretty tough as it is, because you get with content days, I got teams trying to run Lucid. I got trying to run a normal Damien team to help some more people get clears there, and family stuff, right? I try not to play too much, try to pack it into a few days and get this podcast going. And then on top of that, other people got lives too, right? Some people, like the Nightwalkers I had lined up, live in a different time zone, or they're working at nights. Weekends are hard for them. I'm not trying to do weekends at all. People are in different parts of the world. Asia, like I was trying to get, Geminis was like a day ahead, almost 24 hours ahead. I was trying to get Sephi. He's in the same time zone, pretty much 1 hour difference from Geminis. So it's hard, right? People's got lives, people got families. That's why it was a goal of mine to get more guests, because I know how fun it is for me, how fun it is for you guys. You guys give me a lot of great feedback, but it's just, stuff happens. This is just hobby, right? We're not taking it, too seriously. It's just hard, right? It's just easier for me to just pull this up, do it myself. Because a lot of times my window, right? My window for doing this is small. So, It's tough to work on my schedule. I'm usually the one that makes it harder than everyone else does. Oh, last question. Um, this is a great question. Handful of comments. Handful of comments. Question: is it worth leveling up V skill buffs like decent hyper body, etc., etc., etc.? I think it just depends, right? I think it's. I haven't. I again, there's just a level of resource management, efficiency, right? If you have the resources, go for it. I know people that are just keeping all their node stones and leveling them slowly as they just auto battle. I went from selling nodes to make mesos to buy other stuff or just hoarding it for V4 when that comes out in anniversary. But the gains from leveling up decent hyper body is just hyper body, sharp eyes, things like that is just physical attack percent, magic attack percent, and that is the worst percent stat in the game. It's minimal. Now, it's something, right? It's a way to get stats, especially for those classes with clones, those classes that are, not capping some of their lines. Yeah, it's stats. But I just think that for not even at my level, right? My tier of gear, I have other things that I would rather spend my mesos on, right? I would rather sell my mesos. I would rather save it for V4 coming up versus leveling up the decent skills, right? That's just, and so if you're, you can gauge your own situation. That's just my current perspective and my current, priorities. And I just think that even for a paladin that needs all the stats they can get, I don't see even though it's guaranteed gains, I just don't, it's not priority for me. But great question, right? And yeah, it's a great question. I know people that have done it, they've done it, but yeah,